Hi everyone, welcome to today's lesson. I'm going to do today's lesson as a recording to explain the tasks because I'm just concerned that if people aren't able to make the Zoom meetings that they might feel a little bit lost or confused about trying to catch up. So I thought if I just go through the instructions for today's lesson, then you can access it even if you're late or you're not there for the Zoom lesson, okay? Don't worry, we'll be doing more Zoom lessons, but I just want to mix it up just to try and catch as many people as I can. All right? So, before we begin today, we're going to actually start getting into the story of Oedipus the King. And Oedipus the King, the play, begins actually after Oedipus has defeated the Sphinx and been crowned King of Thebes. And there's a classical painting depicting the Sphinx and Oedipus talking to it. And the way he defeats it is through a riddle. It's not through fighting, actually. But we'll come on to that. To fully understand the play, we need to understand everything about the prophecy, how Oedipus became king. Otherwise, the events in the story will seem very strange to us. So there's certain information in the backstory that's not covered in the play that we need to know. All right. So the video that I've put a link to here I think it's quite funny. It's a little animated video. And what I'd like you to do is I want you to watch the video carefully. You probably need to pause it. You'll probably need to maybe go back and rewind it and look at certain sections. And I want you to make a bullet point list of the backstory, all right? Just of the events. So no analysis or anything like that. Just 20 bullet points of what happens in the backstory, all right? So 20 bullet points should be enough, okay, to cover everything and make sure we don't miss important details out. You can call it Oedipus the King backstory, all right? And that's the first task. So the first thing, watch the video and then give me 20 bullet point summary of the backstory. Then what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to move on to the dramatis personae, which is the character list, essentially. It's the list of characters that are featured in the play. And here are the main characters on the left-hand side here. I'd like you to copy this table into your notes, just so we've got you've got a copy of it. So if you're revising, for example, you've got an explanation of who the main characters are in your own class notes. Okay. So underneath your summary of the backstory, I want you to put this table, and I want you to complete it yourself. So here I've started with Oedipus. I've got a picture off the internet. So there we've got a Greek mask, and we've also got the crown that he's wearing to denote that he's a king, and a little description of who he is. He's a protagonist and the king of Thebes, originally orphaned and believing that he came from Corinth. Okay. The second character I want to look at is Jocasta, and so on. And I want you to find a nice picture on the internet that would be maybe a nice play version, and then put a little description of who they are. So you can do that by research or using your book. Okay. So that's the second task. Then what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to look at the prologue, or it's called the prologos, okay? The play opens up with a description of the scene, royal house in Thebes, and the prologue is just like you would have in any other story today. It's just the introductory section that is designed to give you the key information to establish the story in the scene, okay? Just like when we did Romeo and Juliet, we had the fight scene between the Capulets and the Montagues at the beginning that set up the story. This is the same thing, okay? It's part of our exposition, if you remember that from our lessons before. It's a great video here. I found these online. They're really, really fantastic. So there's a video you can watch there. Then I would like you to have a go at reading it. Now, just bear in mind that it's not the easiest text to get through. It's not a huge amount. It's only 8 pages. But I just want you to have a go at it. You don't have to understand every single line, but just understand the plot and roughly what's happening. The video review will help you with that. Then what I'd like you to do is to watch this very quick video about the parados, which is the introduction of the chorus. That's only 2 pages. I want you to read that, please, then as well. And then you've got to finish today a quick quiz, all right? And the quick quiz will be posted on Google Classroom as normal. 10 questions today, 10 points. It's multiple choice. And I'm wanting to see who can get full marks. The questions are on everything we've studied today, but mainly upon the opening of the play. So mainly looking at the prologos and the parados. Okay, so the prologue, the introductory scene, and then the introduction of the chorus. All right. If you've read and understood that and watched the videos, then you shouldn't have any problems undertaking the 10 questions. Okay. That should take you around about the 2 hours. All right. If you've got any problems or questions, I will be online. So feel free to send me an email. I'll do my best to help. All right. Thank you very much.